Hey, what is going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back with my predicted 11 ahead of this weekend's game against Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Molineux on TV at 5:30. Yes, it is the game where we need to bounce back from that soul-destroying defeat away at Newcastle, one that I'm still struggling to get over, but as a Norwich City fan, we kind of know all too well how this feels, and it's not a nice feeling. Anyway, predicted 11, there has to be changes from the game against Newcastle, so let's get straight into it. In goal, I'm sticking with Michael McGovern, actually. Oh, by the way, the pen today is a little ballpoint. We've gone for another ballpoint pen. Should we go for a little close-up here? Well, that's a bit out of focus. Let's go back here. Yeah, ballpoint, not the Parker. I'm going to bring out the Parker on special occasions, but I felt a change from the Uniball pen. So a little ballpoint in black, happy days. Michael McGovern, yeah, I thought he was brilliant against Newcastle. A few criticisms for him on the fourth goal. I've watched it back. It was tough watching it back. I don't recommend it. It puts you through emotional pain that you don't need to go through again. Was he at fault for the fourth? He maybe could have done better, but there was a huge goal line scramble or a goal mouth scramble, and he done really well for the rest of the game. So Michael McGovern keeps his place for me. In at right back, going with Ivo Pinto still. I love Ivo Pinto. I think he's brilliant. I think in this league, you can get away with having attacking fullbacks. You know, it might cost you sometimes. We saw against Newcastle that Olsen was caught out of position a couple of times, but more times than not, you get away with it. And I think that's why Pinto brings so much value. Now, the centre-back partnership is where things get tasty, because that's where we lost the game against Newcastle. Bassong, get him out of the team, get him out of the club, get him on the plane and fly him somewhere a very long way away, because he does not deserve to rep that Norwich City shirt anymore. He's been a liability too many times. Yes, he's done a good job at Norwich City at times, and yes, I did think that maybe this season would be another one that he could sort of get away with, but no, end of. We've got better centre-backs at the club. We deserve better than Sebastian Bassong. Get him out. Just get him out. Get him out. So he's not going in this team. My centre-back partnership. Now, I'll start with Russell Martin. I think Martin has been decent this season. The thing with Martin is he needs someone good next to it. As with any centre-back partnership, you don't want to be covering constantly for your centre-back partner. You need a good partner. Russell Martin, when he's been next to Tim Close, has looked really good. So he stays in there. Now, Tim Close, if he is injured still on Saturday, and Alex Dale didn't sound confident of his return, I would go with Ryan Bennett. It's a no sort of question for me, you know. It's not even a thought that goes through my mind. Bassong or Bennett, Bassong or Bennett. I don't even have to query it in my head. It's Bennett every single day of the week. I know Ryan Bennett hasn't been up to scratch this season, but he's a hell of a lot better than Sebastian Bassong. To be fair, if Tim Close is injured, I'd rather him in there than Sebastian Bassong. So Bennett goes in there next to Martin. I really hope Tim Close is back from injury. I know he hasn't been his best this season, but he's still a hell of a lot better than any other centre-back we've got at this football club. So that's kind of the makeshift centre-back partnership that I'd go with. And to be fair, it's worked before, it can work again. And then at left-back, I'm going with Martin Olsen. Now, the midfield pairing was changed, mainly due to the exclusion of Wes Hoolahan and also Alex Tete coming back in from injury. Howson goes in there for sure. I'm dropping him back into the central midfield position, and I'm going with him next to Graham Dorrans. I think this midfield partnership is so good, it's so beautiful, it works, it just works. It just does, doesn't it? Dorrans can drop in deep or go forward. He's much like Howson in the way he orchestrates game, in the way he controls the tempo of games. Another goal for him last night, a nice penalty. We finally got a penalty taker, by the way, after all of the chaos and carnage that surrounded that Newcastle game. It seems that we do actually finally have a penalty taker in Graham Dorrans, which is nice to see. So I'd stick with that. Is Tete needed? Yeah, he's a good player. He broke up play last night. But for me, Dorrans is more mobile and he has more of an effect on a game than Alex Tete. If you're maybe going away from home to a team who likes to go all guns blazing, maybe stick Tete in there. And I wouldn't be, you know, adverse to having Tete in there. But for me, I just prefer Graham Dorrans. It's just kind of a gut feeling for me. Now, the front four, I'm going to go with Brady on this left-hand side. But when Alex Pritchard returns to fitness or has fitness, then I'd love to see Pritchard in there. I really, really would. Brady is a good player, but he hasn't been up to scratch this season. I really do want to be seeing a return to form for Robbie Brady because he hasn't been that great this season. That's a shame to see, but I'm going to stick him in there anyway because we know he has huge talent. Great set-piece taker. I just really want to see Brady back to his best. I really do. Coming back in the middle, Wes Hoolahan, it has to be. Simply rested last night because we want him all fitness. 100% fitness, the green battery inside of him, fully topped up. And yeah, Wes Hoolahan goes in there for me. And then on the right-hand side, the player of the season so far, Jacob Murphy. Another goal for him on Wednesday night. He's been in absolutely sublime form. Yeah, brilliant from Murphy. And then up top, I love the criticism I was getting on Wednesday night. A few people tweeted me and I was, praising Cameron Jerome for a fantastic goal, and it was a brilliant goal, wasn't it, to give us the lead. And there were people going, I thought you wanted Jerome to be dropped. Yeah, I did say I wanted Jerome to be dropped for fitness reasons. If you go back and watch my videos, I've probably praised Cameron Jerome more than any other player this season. So before you jump on the whole, oh, Jack wanted Jerome dropped and then's praising him bandwagon, just watch the videos. Jerome goes in there for me. Proven once again on Wednesday night that he's got goals in him, and there's 4 goals for the season for him and decent return so far. That's kind of a 1-in-2 goal ratio for him, and he adds a hell of a lot to the game. I would like to see Jerome given more support. I'm interested to see if Alex Neil ever goes to the front 2 with Oliveira. We've kept the formation the same for the whole season. Will we ever revert to a different formation? I'm not too sure, but it's certainly an interesting thing that we might be able to explore. Did I just rhyme? I think I'm a poet. Anyway, that's the team that I'm going for. There's a lot of change that could happen. For me, I want to know what your centre-back partnership is, and we're assuming that Tim Close is injured. If Tim Close is injured, what centre-back partnership do you go with? Because, yeah, do you go with Bennett or Martin? Do you stick Bassong in there? I don't know. I don't know. If you do put Bassong in there and you do comment, just make sure that you've got a thick skin because you're probably going to get a bit of hate. Who goes up top for you? Who goes on the right? Would you put Pritchard in there on the left? Does Tete come in for Dorrans? I don't know. I really don't know. That game on Wednesday night is throwing everything back up in the air again. I guess that's the joy of football. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon. A big thank you as always to Fritz Bits for sponsoring all match preview content here on Talk Norwich City. I will see you very soon. I'll see you at the Molyneux, actually. Peace out. Hey, what is going on, guys? Talk Norwich City here, back for another video. I hope you guys are doing fantastically well. Today, back for my match preview ahead of this weekend's game against Wolves at the Molyneux, 5:30 on TV. I think that's, except for Ipswich, it's our first TV game of the season, so